are two kinds of celebrities in the world. Those that you see on TV or on the big screen releasing music videos and basically working hard to earn their keep. And then there are those that you don't see doing anything constructive except for trying to regain some of the fame they used to have. Today, we'll be chatting about the latter. Number 20, HEIDI and Spencer Pratt. This couple absolutely love the limelight and would do anything to remain in it. Sadly for them, their time expired ages ago. HEIDI seems to spend a great deal of time reminiscing about her time on the hills, and she flits from one reality TV show to the next, hoping that one of them will be her claim to fame. Truth is, no one's really paying attention anymore, and the chances of that happening are slim to none. Number 19, TYRA Banks. There is no doubt that TYRA Banks has had a career that would make anybody envious, but it's where she's at now that's the problem. Besides her successful modeling career, she's been a talk show host for her own show, the producer of America's Next Top Model, owns TYRA Beauty, and has even hosted America's Got Talent. Now that she's gotten older, she hasn't invested much time in her celebrity status, and reportedly was quite the control freak backstage on America's Got Talent. Basically, her halo has dulled quite a bit over the last few years, but then you have to wonder if perhaps she's just had enough of the fast-paced, in front of the camera, 24/7 kind of lifestyle. Number 18, Stacey Dash. You might not recognize that name right away, but cast your mind back to the movie Clueless. She played the role of Dionne. Dash hasn't had much luck with the movies, and work dried up for her in 2001, barring the occasional part-time work. She did become a conservative commentator on Fox News, but after 3 years, the gig was called off due to some controversial comments she made about race and a swearing incident on air. She even ran for Congresswoman for California's 44th District. Would you believe that she was 29 years old when she played the role of Dionne in Clueless? Number 17, Bow Wow. The thing with Bow Wow is that you kind of feel a little bad for him. He so badly wants to be that famous rapper that has millions of adoring fans, but he just never got there. In 2017, he was caught lying about his supposed lavish lifestyle. He posted an image on Instagram of a private jet and 2 Mercs, captioning it, "Travel Day, New York City press run for growing up hip-hop. Let's go." The only problem with this situation is that Bow Wow, or you can call him Shad Moss, used a stock photo. He was later caught on camera in a commercial plane with the likes of regular people just like us. Number 16, Justin Timberlake. At one stage, the world absolutely loved Justin Timberlake, but right now, people seem to be rather indifferent. He hasn't been able to claw back to the fame and stardom he once had, and the whole Janet Jackson debacle and the way he's treated her since their Super Bowl incident hasn't done him any favors. Then he had the disastrous Super Bowl performance in 2018, and in a nutshell, it seems like this pop star needs to take a break from the limelight. Number 15, Kelly Osbourne. Many might say, remind me again why she's famous to begin with. Kelly Osbourne, daughter of Sharon and Ozzy Osbourne, appeared on the reality show The Osbournes from 2002 to 2005. Fair enough, but from there, it was a plethora of undeserved opportunities, from her disastrous music career to more than 200 television appearances as herself, and then her part in the show Fashion Police. She often said things that were just downright mean, made a racist comment about Latinos once, and had a very open feud with Lady Gaga. Number 14, Lea Michele. She most certainly has a golden voice, and her role in Glee brought her fame and fortune. Glee is now finished, and in a way, so is Michele, yet she's still seen on red carpets all over the place. Ryan Murphy gave her a role in Scream Queens, which was great, but that show has also ended. She tried to start a musical career, but that didn't work out as well as she'd hoped. She's desperately trying to hold on to her past fame, but it's quite possibly time to put it to bed, or wait a few years and have another go at it. Number 13, Shia LaBeouf. If you have no idea who this guy is, go watch the music video for Sia's Elastic Heart. He's also the guy who's randomly found a bit of fame on Instagram with his penchant for wearing his Ugg boots with, basically anything. He's had some embarrassing public freakouts, made some awful racial comments, and has been arrested for less than desirable behavior out in public. It's a sad time for a former celebrity to only be making headlines for all the wrong reasons. Number 12, Ashley Greene. If you were into the Twilight series, you'll no doubt remember Ashley Greene. She had great success with the series, but couldn't shake the role of Alice Cullen. In 2012, she starred in the film The Apparition, but the entire movie bombed, and sort of set the pattern for everything she was involved in thereafter on both the big and small screen. She's going to be walking down the aisle soon with long-term boyfriend Paul Corey. Number 11, Ja Rule. Where did it all go wrong for Ja Rule? During the 2000s, he was almost the be-all, end-all when it came to famous rappers, but he literally disappeared after his last album release in 2012. He tried to evade his taxes and ended up having major legal troubles, which saw him go to prison for 2 years. He did try and revive his career in 2017 by hosting the dismal Fyre Festival. The festival was meant to bring in loads of cash and beautiful people, except the beautiful people were unhappy and likened the event to the Hunger Games. Ja Rule and co-founder Billy McFarland were given a $100 million class action suit. How he's going to pay that one back, we just don't know. Number 10. Fergie. The good old days when the Black Eyed Peas were still together and making good music. And remember when Fergie was the hottest artist on the music scene at the time? What happened to those days? Now Fergie seems to have disappeared from the limelight, only to reappear at the NBA All-Star Game singing the American National Anthem. Well, if you can call it that. It might have been the final sign that it's time to drop the mic. Number 9. Snooki. Jersey Shore was a reality TV series that aired from 2009 to 2012. Snooki was one of the Jersey Shore princesses who has tried to hang on to her fame with all she's got. She's appeared on random adverts, endorsed products, even tried to launch a book she wrote, all with very little success. She's now a mom with 2 kids, and she might be able to use the parent angle for a much-needed boost to her dwindling fame. Number 8. Katherine HEIGL. This is not a name that crops up very often anymore, and that's because HEIGL earned a reputation of being very difficult to work with. She claims that Grey's Anatomy didn't write material that would help her in getting any award nominations. She then began work on the series State of Affairs, which only lasted 1 season. Critics wrote that one of the show's downfalls was, and we quote, Katherine HEIGL's unsympathetic character and a surfeit of unintentional laughs. She's had a few minor roles since then, but she'll never get back to where she used to be, and it's possible she only has herself to blame. Number 7. Tom Cruise. A lot has changed for Tom Cruise over the years, and we guess age has something to do with it as well. He used to be in so many amazing movies, but work has all but dwindled for Cruise. It could be a mixture of his out-of-the-box religious beliefs and the fact that he keeps taking roles that all depict a very similar character. Critics suggest that he should start winding down now and take on completely different and challenging roles so the public can once again be reminded of what an amazing actor he actually is. Number 6. Nicole Scherzinger. It's been 8 years since the Pussycat Dolls broke up, and Nicole Scherzinger has tried very hard to make it as a solo artist. She released a single with 50 Cent in 2011, which only peaked at 39 on the Billboard Hot 100, and Don't Hold Your Breath only peaked at 86. There was talk of a new album coming out, but that never materialized. She's had a few minor roles on the big screen, one being Penny in the remake of Dirty Dancing, and she voiced Cena, Moana's mother and Tui's wife. She was a judge on the UK edition of The X Factor and allegedly turned down the role to reprise her part as Grisabella on the Broadway transfer of Cats. Number 5. Vanilla Ice. Ask anyone what else he's done, and there will be a resounding reply of, I don't know. He became involved on the property scene and claims to have made his money that way. Turns out there were other ways he made some cash, and that was by taking items that didn't belong to him and selling them on. He got charged for burglary and grand theft, but the charges were dropped in exchange for good behavior. He still tends to act like he's a superstar and that people should know who he is. A video of him throwing a tantrum after a flight was broadcast by TMZ. Very diva-like behavior for someone who's no longer famous. Number 4. Owen Wilson. There's no questioning that Owen Wilson has had a good career, but he hasn't garnered the same attention of late that he used to. He's battled some serious demons, withdrew from movie offers in the process, and has recently been in a television advert for sofas. That's a long way down for Wilson. Number 3. Frankie J. Grande. Granted, he wasn't really a star to begin with, but Frankie J. Grande is doing everything to piggyback off his sister Ariana's success, and people are not too impressed. Frankie just shows up for things and pretends he's a star, but best he leave it to his younger half-sister. Number 2. Jason Biggs. Biggs owes everything to American Pie, because honestly, anyone could have played that role. Seen him in Orange is the New Black? Same scenario. Anyone could have played that role, and we hate to say it, but maybe done it better. He's known for making offensive comments on his Twitter account, and people just seem to have lost interest in him. Can't blame him. Number 1. Hilary Duff. We've saved the best for last because according to some reports, Hilary Duff craves the media attention that she's alerted the paparazzi herself when she's running errands in the hope they'll snap a shot. She did sign a management deal with Scooter Braun back in 2016, but nothing has come of that since then. She's begun to work on her designing career again and focusing on the most important job of all, being a mom. Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more videos just like this every day.